This video is about the development of right atrium. The development of left atrium is simple. Just I will discuss here only in the later part. First, the development of right atrium. Right atrium development is little bit complex. Okay, see here. The right atrium develops from two parts. First one, primitive atrium. Primitive atrium, and second part is by the absorption of sinus venosus. I will label the parts here. You will come to know the sinus venosus into the primitive atrium. Okay, let me write sinus venosus. These two contributes to the development of right atrium. Okay, see this figure. This is the cranial side. This is the caudal side. Okay, head and tail side. Okay, so this part which is in the red is called truncus arteriosus. Arteriosus, and this part just below the truncus arteriosus is called bulbus cordis. Cordis, and this baby blue color one is called primitive ventricle, and this one pink color is called primitive atrium. Please remember the order, cranial to caudal direction. Okay, and this whole part is called sinus venosus. Venosus. See these arrow marks. This is the outgoing part. Okay, the head side is the outgoing part, and this caudal region, this the sinus venosus, is the incoming part. That means it is concerned with veins. Okay, and this is concerned with arteries. Simple. Okay, you know arteries is the outgoing part, right? Outgoing means from heart to various different parts. Outgoing. Incoming means from different parts to heart. Okay, veins do that work. Now see here, as I said previously, the right atrium develops from primitive atrium and sinus venosus. Okay, see here, during the course of development, initially the arrangement was like this. The truncus arteriosus is present in the cranial side, and the sinus venosus and primitive atrium is present on the caudal side. Okay, during the course of development, this modification occurs. It will flip like this. The atrium, primitive atrium and sinus venosus goes above and behind and to the right side of the ventricle, primitive ventricle. Primitive ventricle later divides into right ventricle and left ventricle like this. You can see here this whole part, that is atrium and sinus venosus, will go above, behind and to the right side. You can see here, this is the atrium, this is the sinus venosus. You are thinking I have written only two, right? I will later tell you the most of the parts of the sinus venosus branches will regress, and the atrium divides into right and left atrium. This is the left atrium, this is the right atrium. Okay, it is present, the right atrium present behind, above and to the right side. What? Behind. That means behind the ventricle, right ventricle, this one. Above the right ventricle, and left primitive atrium. That is simple one. I will discuss right primitive atrium and its development. See here, this, as I said previously, this whole thing will flip above, right? So this is the view like this. See here, the lower part has come to upper region, and it is totally flipped, as I said previously. See here, this is the sinus venosus, and it has two horns. This is the left side and this is the right side. Okay, and this is the This one is the right horn and this one is the left horn. Left horn and right horn. Okay. Again, left and right horn individually divides into three parts, three branches. The medial most part, remember like this, C, U, V, cow. C, U, V, from lateral to medial region. Okay, lateral to medial. Medially, they are branched into, C means common cardinal vein. Cardinal vein. You are thinking why it is common. Please remember, it will come for in the further videos. Again, cardinal vein is divided into posterior and anterior part. That's why it is called common. Don't worry about that branches. Okay, just remember common cardinal vein, lateral most part. Middle part is umbilical vein. Umbilical vein, common cardinal vein, umbilical vein, and medial most part is vitelline vein. Vitelline vein. Okay, so this is the left side, right? So left parts are named as left common cardinal vein, left umbilical vein, and left vitelline vein. Similarly, right parts are named as right common cardinal vein, right umbilical vein, and right vitelline vein. Please remember, during the course of development, the left common cardinal vein branches will regress. That means they will degenerate like this. See here, as I said previously, during the development, the caudal region, caudal part, that is sinus venosus with atrium, will flip above, right? So see here, the sinus venosus is now above, right? See this diagram. This diagram. See here. This is the left part and this is the right part. The right common cardinal, the right horn of the sinus venosus persists. The left horn will degenerate, but a small part will persist and it will become this one, coronary vein. You can see here all the branches, that is from lateral to medial, C, U, V, common cardinal vein, umbilical vein, vitelline vein, that is left part, left common cardinal, left umbilical, left vitelline vein, are degenerated. Only a small part of left horn of sinus venosus persists, coronary vein, and the left horn is degenerated. Only a small part is present, and right horn will persist entirely. Only exception is umbilical vein will degenerate. Okay, please remember, umbilical vein will degenerate on the right side also. Only the common cardinal vein and vitelline vein will persist. These two will persist. Right common cardinal vein and right vitelline vein will persist. Right umbilical vein will degenerate. See here, this is, as I said previously, this is the primitive atrium, right? Primitive atrium. It will divide into right atrium and left atrium. See here, during the course of development, the sinus venosus shifts towards right. Okay, left atrium development is very simple. I will see here. This one is complete. Coronary vein developed from the left horn. The right common cardinal vein will develop into inferior vena cava, and left and right vitelline vein. See here, right vitelline vein will develop into superior vena cava. What? Right vitelline vein will develop into superior vena cava, and right common cardinal vein will develop into inferior vena cava. Remember, right vitelline vein will degenerate. It will not present. And this whole part, right? This whole part will be absorbed. This whole part will be absorbed into this right atrium, like this. See here, it is absorbed like this. This is inferior vena cava, this is superior vena cava, and this is coronary vein or sinus, you can call it. Coronary sinus. Okay. So this is the right atrium development. See here, it looks like right atrium, right? Upper part is superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, right atrium. See here, right atrium is concerned with deoxygenated blood, right? The deoxygenated from lower part of the body and deoxygenated from upper part of the body enters right atrium, and the blood goes to right ventricle. It will deal with deoxygenated blood. Now, left atrium is concerned with oxygenated blood, right? So the oxygenated blood comes from where? From lungs. Oxygenated blood from lungs. Through what? Through pulmonary veins, right? Veins. These carry oxygenated blood from lungs to heart, right? Heart to particular part, what? Left atrium, right? Simple. So initially it was like this, right? This is the left atrium. A pulmonary vein occurs like this, and it has 4 branches. One, two, three, four, right? And this similarly, how sinus venosus is absorbed into right atrium, this pulmonary vein will be absorbed into left atrium, like this. Simple. So this is the development of right atrium and also left atrium. Thank you.